Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for the 3rd of March 2022. But first, a little recap on today, the 2nd of March 2022. Well, we were so close to getting 4 out of 4 placed horses today. It was the big price that just let us down, but boy, it didn't let us down. It ran its race. It was just wasn't quite good enough on the day. There was a blunder by one of the horses, and I thought, hey, I think it could sneak third here, but at 18 to 1, like I advised the night before, I believe it returned at 9s. But I think, I didn't work it out with it included, but it would have been a very profitable day. You would have had an 18 to 1 place. Right, let me just here we go. We'd have had an 18 to 1 place, 11 to 2 place, 11 to 1 place, and a 9 to 2 place. So, all right, let's get cracking. I do waffle a bit, so you have to apologize for that. So I will update the profit and loss for this month. We've only had 2 days so far, but we're just a little bit down. I will create a brand new page ready for March, and I'll have all the tips ready, all the results ready. Sorry. So racing tips for the 3rd of March 2022. The staking is the same as normal, a 40p each way lucky 15 and £1 each way singles on each selection. The first selection is Sharak in the 5 o'clock at Southwell, 7 out of 10 chance, and it's a 6 to 1 shot, and Paddy are paying first 3 places. Well, this horse is right behind the 2 Godolphin horses. All right, it may not have as much improvement as those 2 horses, and those 2 horses are roughly about 6 to 4 joints for the race. Well, Sharak will be right behind them, and I think it's got a Racing Post rating of around about 61. Well, the favourite's only got one of about 67. So Sharak is right up there with them. Maybe something might improve out of the pike. I don't know, but Sharak should be right up there on bare form so far. The second horse is Rectory Oak in the it's not the 2 minutes past 8, the 8 minutes past 2 race at Taunton. That's a 7 out of 10 chance, and that's 11 to 1. Paddy are paying 4 places on this selection. Well, this horse has been messed around a little bit, and I think today is the day. It's not like I'm going to say we're going to win by 20, but I do think there's improvement. And with Paddy giving 4 places, I think it's very interesting. Brendan Powell takes the ride, and is one of the better jockeys in this race. And I do think although it's bred with plenty of stamina, I think it will appreciate this easier track, but softer ground. Sorry, not softer ground than last time, but generally slightly softer ground than it's been encountering apart from last time. So I do think it's one of the more progressive horses, although it is not a good race. Right, this horse again. I really fancied this horse last time, and I think the ground just did it. Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's soft ground, but as I said before, it's a flatter track today. Plumpton, yeah, it suits nippy types, but you know that tight track, it can take it out of them. It was really, really soft ground last time. Well, I think soft ground, maybe drying ground slightly at Taunton could help this horse. So the third selection is Major Robinson in the 2:38 at Taunton, a 7 out of 10 chance. It's an 8 to 1 shot, and Paddy are also paying 4 places. I do think this horse will travel very well for a long way. I just hope it finds more than it did last time. But as I said last time, it was really hard going. Finally, Glen again in the 1:30 at Ludlow, a 7 out of 10 chance, and it's priced up currently at 11 to 2. Paddy are playing 3 places. Well, this horse, it left Mark Johnson's stable last year, and it had one run when Tom Marquand, it blasted it from the front on heavy ground. I really don't think the horse appreciated that. It didn't run that bad. Don't get me wrong, it faded late on, but you're going to go sprinting off at the beginning. Well, it's over hurdles now, and you know what Ian Williams is like for getting these ex-flat horses ready for hurdles. Is a really good trainer when it comes to that kind of thing. You got Charlie Todd on board, decent claimer. Raymond Tooth now owns it. I think what happened was Ian Williams owned it for a short time, but I think that will just basically help with the transfer to Raymond Tooth. Well, Raymond Tooth is if you haven't heard of him, he's generally, I don't know about top owners. He's owned some very good horses in the past. You'll recognise the colours if you watch racing regularly. They're the grey colours. You'll see them when you watch the race. So there are selections for Thursday, the 3rd of March. But before I go, please, can you click the like button, please? It really helps with more people getting to see this. The subscriptions are really going up rapidly. I appreciate it so much. The results, yeah, we either bring the house down one day and have a few disappointing ones, but we are showing a profit so far. Unfortunately, for those people that might have joined recently, you will be showing a loss. Not a huge loss, but a loss. So fingers crossed for tomorrow's selections. Don't forget, if you win, I win. But when I lose, we do this together. Yeah, I put these bets on myself. So fingers crossed. I'll be watching tomorrow. All the best, Charlie Winters. Cheers, mate.